There are filmmakers who tell stories. And then there are filmmakers who hold up a mirror, not to our faces, but to our souls. Roy Andersson belongs to the second kind. His cinema does not rush toward climaxes. It barely moves at all. The camera stands still. The actors barely emote. The colors seem drained of life, as if every frame were covered by the dust of forgotten centuries. And yet, inside these frozen paintings lies one of cinema's deepest meditations on what it means to be alive. Where most films ask, what happens next? Roy Andersson asks a far more unsettling question. What has already happened to us? His films are populated by ordinary people trapped inside extraordinary loneliness: clerks, priests, salesmen, lovers, children, old men, all wandering through a world that feels strangely familiar yet quietly apocalyptic. There are no heroes. There are no villains. Only human beings searching for meaning in a universe that refuses to explain itself. Across 4 masterpieces. Songs from the Second Floor. You, the Living. A pigeon sat on a branch reflecting on existence. And about endlessness. Andersson transforms everyday existence into philosophy itself, using static tableaus, deadpan humor, and surreal imagery to explore alienation, guilt, compassion, mortality, and hope. Critics and scholars often describe these films as existential inquiries presented through meticulously composed, living paintings, with Andersson calling many of his scenes short poems about existence. Songs from the Second Floor. If Dante had written a comedy instead of the Inferno, it might have looked like this. The city in Songs from the Second Floor is collapsing. Traffic never moves. Businesses fail. People wander without purpose. Everyone looks exhausted. Not because they have worked too much, but because they have forgotten why they work at all. Existential philosopher Albert Camus wrote that the absurd begins when humanity searches for meaning in an indifferent universe. Andersson goes further. He suggests the absurd begins when society creates systems so vast that human beings become invisible inside them. His city is not dying because of disaster. It is dying because everyone has forgotten how to see one another. A pigeon sat on a branch reflecting on existence asks something even more unsettling. What would our lives look like if we could observe them from outside ourselves? Roy Andersson invites us to abandon the human perspective and see the world through the quiet gaze of a bird, distant, patient, and untouched by our illusions. He has said that the pigeon is not merely watching humanity, it is worried about us, wondering why we continue rushing toward our own destruction without noticing it. From this impossible vantage point, human existence becomes strangely absurd. Our ambitions, our routines, our fears, and even our triumphs appear small against the vastness of time. What once felt important begins to dissolve. And what seemed insignificant suddenly becomes profoundly human. This is the essence of existential philosophy. To step outside ourselves and confront the uncomfortable possibility that the meaning we chase may exist only because we choose to create it. Andersson's world is suspended between laughter and despair. His humor never mocks humanity. It mourns it. Every awkward silence, every failed conversation, every ordinary gesture becomes a reminder of how fragile we truly are. If Roy Andersson's cinema made you see the ordinary in a new way, subscribe for more philosophical documentaries exploring the deepest ideas in film, literature, art, and existence.